Hi everybody and welcome back to Lost Genre Reddit Stories. This post is from the subreddit Am I the A-hole and it's by user Helpful-ish Aunt. Am I the a-hole for stepping in to do mom things for my niece because my sister-in-law is disabled? I have a niece, Gigi, 10, who is the daughter of my brother Chris and his wife Anna. Anna became disabled when Gigi was 4. It was triggered by an infection and ever since she has been mostly using a wheelchair. Obviously, this has been hard on the family. Anna was the center of their home, even though she had a demanding job. She had to quit her job, which is tough on their finances, and she is no longer able to be as involved with Gigi's school and extracurricular activities due to her fatigue and accessibility issues. I help as much as I can, school pickup and driving her to dance practice, going to school events if Chris can't make it, such as chaperoning field trips. My husband and I even took Gigi to Disneyland with us over the summer. I only do what I'm asked to do and within the boundaries of what I have time to do as I have my own child. Just whatever I can do to make things easier for their family and for Gigi, so she doesn't miss out. Gigi's school is organizing a Christmas market. She and her friends volunteered to do a booth, which basically means the parents, lol. She asked me to be a part of it because Chris is really busy with work around the holiday period. I confirmed with Chris that this was the case and he was really enthusiastic about doing it because it involves crafts, which he doesn't have time for. He is helping construct the physical booth though. So I got my daughter involved and Gigi and her friends came over to my house to make stuff for the booth all together. We were even making costumes. I thought I was doing a good thing and Gigi seemed so excited, but on Friday, Anna called me and chewed me out. Apparently, she was never okay with me being involved with the booth. She said Chris building it was enough and I should have just stayed out of it. I said that Gigi asked me because they needed adults to help out on the day. But Anna said she was sick of me taking over all the mum stuff and that Gigi needed to learn that if her parents couldn't make it, that's just the way it is. She can't just replace Anna with me. I told her that seems unfair to Gigi to not be able to do things just because one of her parents isn't able to be there. There's been times I've taken Gigi to birthday parties that need supervision at places like trampoline parks or taken her to dance competitions where she just didn't want to be the only one there without a female adult to help her change or do her hair and makeup. If I hadn't done those things, Gigi probably would have missed out. Anna said, well, that was Gigi's reality and she can't just ignore the fact that Anna is her mother and this is the family that she was born into, not mine. I ended up telling Anna that I never meant to disrespect her, but that I made a commitment to Gigi and to the other parents, so I'm going to do both. But after that, if she and Chris want me to step back, then I will. Honestly, I'm really upset about the whole thing. I have my own child. It's not like I'm trying to play mom to Gigi. I just want her to feel supported and not miss out on anything. Chris does his best, but he works crazy hours to support Anna and Gigi. I thought it was a good thing that they had a village to help out as Anna's family isn't local. I thought since Gigi would come to me for these things that we were doing right by her. It seems so unfair that she should not have the same experiences as her friends because of something out of everyone's control. But I'm not her parent and Anna is. And if Anna doesn't mind Gigi missing out, then maybe that's not my business. My own mom thinks Anna is being unfair to Gigi with this request, but my mom was the super involved type, and I know there's tons of kids whose parents don't make it to everything. So maybe we're just an overbearing type and I went too far? Am I the a-hole? No, Obi, I don't think you're the a-hole. I think you were trying to do a good thing, and I think that Anna needs to talk to Chris and maybe invite you after they talk about how they are going to be present in Gigi's life or how they're going to support her with all these school things. Of course, it would suck if Gigi starts missing out on things because Anna won't allow it. And even though that is very sad, it is still Chris's and Anna's family, and this is something that they need to solve. I would honor the commitment to Gigi for this Christmas thing, but then you can tell Anna and Chris that you will only be helping with the things that they specifically request. And if Gigi comes to you with any kind of request, you need to tell her to please speak to her parents first. I can understand Anna's reaction, of course. It is a sad thing for you to not be able to be there for your kid, but her response to this is a bit selfish in my opinion, and that's why I think she needs to talk to Chris. And hopefully she sees that making Gigi miss out because of her reality is not the right way to go. And what do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section, and now let's check out the community comments. Hello Rainbow 707 says, not the a-hole. Hopefully Anna will cool off and be able to see it from your point of view. I think you've got to approach this generously and see it as a part of being disabled. It's not about you, it's her grief at the life she could have had and expected to before this life-destroying infection. Now she feels like she can't be a good mother to her daughter, and she feels like you're outdoing her with her own kid. It's not about you, it's about Anna's powerlessness and grief. It's about the illness and the disability. Let it cool off and then see if you can approach it from a place of support and understanding. Lai Ajitsin says, not the a-hole in my opinion. Anna is insecure about the fact that she can't be as involved as she'd like to be, and that's understandable. But making her daughter miss out on stuff when she doesn't have to is just selfish. Like, think about the child. If I was her, I would want the best for my child, even if that meant letting my or my husband's family take over some activities. I'd be grateful they're willing to help. Skimningen says, Anna might have been upset that an activity like doing crafts, it's something she could have participated in, but now she doesn't even get the chance to do that. She shouldn't have chewed you out, but you should maybe try to at least involve her if the activity is doable for her, and there just needs to be another able-bodied adult for supervision. Frolic and Detour says, I don't think you are an a-hole, but I am not sure why she could have not been included in what you were doing for the booth. Sewing, etc. doesn't involve standing and stuff like that. I get that there are things she won't be able to do, but this doesn't sound like one of them, so it's kind of important for her to be included when she can be. Also, do not see why she can't man the booth from her wheelchair. And Deo14 says, not sure there's any a-holes here, but Anna seems to be getting completely cut out of this scenario. It's like she's invisible, being replaced. Anna can certainly be part of the decision-making process, but all I see is Chris. Make do with the space in their house to craft. Include Anna in decisions and activities when possible. She's got a brain and eyes and a voice. It's only her physical limitations at issue, but she can still be present. Edit to add that I do disagree with punishing the child, but I also see all sides here having experience with a disabled family member with kids. Opie's edit. Because I see this coming a lot, the reason the craft session was at my house is because one of the other girls was supposed to host it, but the house is small for all the girls to be taking over the whole living room. The mom also has another child and was worried about supervising all the kids the whole day. She messaged me privately and asked if I had the space and time to host it, and I did. Anna and Chris's place doesn't really have the space in the common area to accommodate the craft making, and I know how stressed Chris is by playdates and probably wouldn't have wanted it at their house. I thought I was helping out that mom by saying yes. I say yes to most things, not because I'm trying to push anyone out or take over, but I guess being a stay-at-home mom to one kid, I feel like it's only fair I should take on a bit extra kid stuff for other parents where I can. Edit 2. For anyone asking about Anna being driven to things, driving Anna would mean I would need Chris's car, which he needs for work because he needs to haul stuff around. We can't swap cars because mine can't be used for that stuff. So for me to drive Anna in Chris's car, Chris needs to also not be busy, in which case he wouldn't need help. Chris does drive Anna to dance recitals and sports activities when he is available. The community agrees OP is not the a-hole, but that she needs to try to find a way to include Anna in these situations. I think that's a good idea, but only after Chris and Anna talk to actually get this all out in the open and see how they move forward. In any case, let's move on to the update to see how this story ends. Hi! A lot of people asked for an update, and so many people were really kind and helpful, so I thought I would provide one. Chris and Anna came over the weekend to discuss everything. Just for any avoidance of doubt, Chris always made Anna aware of what I was doing with Gigi, and Anna has confirmed this when we met. A lot of people thought maybe Chris was not relaying the information to her, but that is not the case. Obviously, the first topic was what prompted Anna to contact me. It turns out there's a myriad of things that led to it. First, a few weeks ago, she read Gigi's journal while using her tablet and was hurt by what she read. I'm not going to be sharing what Gigi said out of respect for her privacy, but it's what you'd imagine a kid in her situation would say. Just obviously sucks for a parent to read. Anna says she's been continuing to check Gigi's journal as a way to connect with her because since the school year, Gigi has been busy with schoolwork and extracurriculars and is not home or engaging a lot when she is. She knows this is wrong and has stopped doing it now, but she and Chris agreed they're going to make sure Gigi's school counselor is aware she might be struggling a bit more than she lets on. Second, Anna recently connected with a woman through an online community who said she doesn't let her kids participate in anything that's not completely accessible for her. Anna says she has tried to soft launch this concept with Chris, but Chris said he never understood the full scope of what she was suggesting, and Anna felt like he wasn't taking her seriously, which is why she decided to go straight to the source, also known as me. The third part of this is that Anna has been wanting to move closer to her family. Chris has shut this down as they can't afford to move. It'll be tougher for him to find work there. The education is not as good statistically. Gigi is comfortable here and Anna's home country, let's just say, doesn't offer a very diverse cultural or political experience. It's also very rural. Chris also cited the lack of support system there, because while Anna has family, they all have large families of their own and are not financially stable, and he worries about relying on them. This reason especially hurt Anna's feelings, which is what caused her to lash out at me, whom she saw as the main reason Chris didn't want to move, although that's not the case. From the discussion, it seems Anna and Chris are really at an impasse about the move, and Anna said she has considered moving on her own. Anna went on to say that I'm not who she'd have picked for a female role model for her daughter, to which I said I'm not trying to be one, I'm just trying to make sure Gigi doesn't miss out on important childhood experiences. I reiterated that I'm not going to force my help on them if it's not a 2-yes situation, because I wouldn't want any of my in-laws to do that. Chris and Anna strongly disagree on this issue, and it was just devolving into an argument that I think they should have in private, so until they settle that, I've decided to help with driving only, no extra activities, and I'm also going to try and help with non-Gigi stuff, so that it might free Chris up a little to do more things. I'm going to take over grocery shopping and hopefully talk Chris into at least letting me out some money towards the cost, and I've asked an accountant of mine to get in contact with Chris. She can maybe do an audit of their finances and see where they can move things around to lighten the load. Maybe not, but it's worth a shot. My husband and I are thinking of getting Chris a gas card for Christmas to help with expenses. If anyone has ideas how to help without being overbearing, I'm open to suggestions. So for now, I think it's best that I do step back on extra activities with Gigi. I'm not here to cause issues in anyone's marriage, and I do think of parenting as a 2 yes, 1 no thing for the most part. Fundamentally, I think a lot of you were right. This has ended up being more about Chris and Anna's marriage than anything to do with me. There's more going on there that I won't share because it's not really relevant and private between them, but they need to work it out, and I'm definitely not going to insert myself by going off Chris's preferences when I know one parent isn't okay with it. This is a very complex situation, and I really just want the best for everyone, contrary to some people's belief, so I'm just going to focus on the ways I can make an impact. I feel bad that Gigi might be hurt that I'm less active in the new year, but I'm also hopeful that Chris and Anna will use the Christmas break to really talk and figure out a path forward. Thank you to everyone who commented, and especially to disabled parents who shared their perspective with me. OP's edit. Just to be clear, I'm not totally stepping out of Gigi's life. I'm still going to do drop-offs and pickups from extracurriculars and school and friend houses. When I say step back, I'm talking about not doing dance mom duty or hosting playdates. We're hoping easing Chris's burden will free him up to take over that stuff so Gigi isn't disadvantaged. Well, OP, I think this is the right thing to do. You're still going to help out where you can, but you're also going to let them figure it out. And you're still going to be a part of Gigi's life. Maybe not 100% the way she would like, but it will be a work in progress. So on that note, here's wishing all of you the best. Thanks so much for sharing, OP, and take care. And now let's move on to the next post that also has an update. This post is from the subreddit Am I Overreacting, and it's by user PopularStatement731. I charged my friend $90 after she altered the dress I lent her. Am I overreacting? I, 24 female, have a friend, 23 female, who came to me a month ago asking to borrow a blue bridesmaid dress. I was a bridesmaid for a wedding with a blue theme not too long ago, so I lent her the dress I used. She was a really good friend, so I didn't really mind helping her out. After I handed her the dress, she texted me thanking me, and I have not really heard from her since. Anyway, the wedding happened, and a week later she came to return the dress she borrowed. When she came over, I asked her how the wedding went and whether or not the dress was comfortable. That's when she admitted that she had it altered to fit her better since she was smaller than me and that she liked it more snug. I was shocked, gagged, confused. I didn't even know how to feel about it. She didn't even ask my permission to have it altered. Also, isn't it common etiquette to return borrowed things in the same condition you received them? Also, she could have just asked. Anyway, we had a conversation about how I didn't really appreciate what she did. She apologized and flat out said I can still have it readjusted if I wanted to wear it again and that she was willing to pay for it. I told her I wasn't sure it would work since she basically shrunk my dress. Then she suggested I sell the dress, so I asked her to buy it since she took it upon herself to have it altered without my permission. She asked how much, and when I told her it was $90, she straight up told me it was too much, that she wasn't willing to pay that much for a dress that has been used. I feel like it is a reasonable price as I bought it for almost $120. Also, it is a cute dress that I intend on wearing again. Am I overreacting for doing what I did? Is my reaction valid? No, OP, you're not overreacting at all. Your reaction is absolutely valid. And honestly, I think $90 is a very good price to figure out that she wasn't a friend. She's complaining that the dress was worn. Well, she's the one that altered and wore it last, and you apparently only wore it once. Now my question is, would you want to pursue these $90 or just take the hit, but also release her from being your friend because this is not a friend? And what would you guys do? Would you keep pushing for the 90 or just cut her off and take the loss? Let me know in the comments section, and now let's check out the community comments. New Jellyfish 6737 says, not overreacting. My grandma used to say, borrowed is related to gifted, and learned it in the hard way that it's true. I honestly can't believe the audacity of altering the dress. A true friend would have told you, hey OP, thank you, but it's a little big for me, instead of basically making sure you'll never be able to wear it again. If you have the receipt or anything that shows the price, I would send it to her. Demand at least the $90 you told her and stop considering her a friend. Civ Mom says she needed to return it as she borrowed it or replace it. No. And Either Management 123 says, not overreacting. She was way out of line. No one would think that's a reasonable thing to do without asking. She decided to go the beg forgiveness route and did something that can't be undone. Even if they didn't cut away the extra fabric when they took it in, there are now needle holes unless a person doing the altering using techniques used in theater where the seams are made to not leave marks so costumes can be reused. Assuming you even want to keep this friendship, given that you've been lied to here in my opinion, I suggest no more loaning of clothes. The community agrees OP is not the a-hole and have confirmed this is not a friend. Now let's move on to the update to see how this story ends. Thank you for the comments and messages. Every one of them has been extremely kind and helpful. First of all, I want to address the people saying the original post was made to promote the dress. I literally just wanted to know if there was any chance it could be re-altered because my friend was only willing to pay for re-alteration. Promoting the dress would benefit me in no way whatsoever. Now on to the matter. I have spoken to dressmakers, tailors, dress experts, and they all said the dress cannot be restored to its original size and form since it is made of satin. I even went to the actual shop where my friend had it altered, but they also said there was nothing they could do. Anyway, my former friend still refused to pay me and is being a crappy person. Plus, she had the nerve to ask me to just give it to her or sell it to her at a lower price, and it got me wondering if that was her motive all along. She probably knew the dress cannot be re-altered, I don't know. After all that, I've decided to just cut her off and take the high road. I honestly don't have the time or energy to chase her down for $90. I know I can buy another cute dress with the $90, but I'd pay triple that to never ever speak to her or see her again. I ended up giving the dress to my roommate who isn't a crappy friend, and thankfully it fits her perfectly with some minor adjustments on the sides, maybe, so at least the dress didn't completely go to waste. Sorry if this isn't the dramatic update some of you wanted. I know a lot of you were hoping I'd take her to small claims court, but I am choosing peace. If anything happens, I'll update, but for my sake, I hope she stays the F away from me. Well, P, I think you're making the right choice. I mean, all the stress, claims court, and all that stuff for $90. If you can afford it, then it's your peace of mind that's more important. But the good thing is that you got rid of a bad friend. So here's wishing you the best, OP. Thanks for sharing and take care. And now let's finish this video with a mood booster post. This post is from the subreddit Petty Revenge and it's by user FJBP95. They suspended me for a misunderstanding, so I took the best, most needed vacation at their expense. On a Monday night, I asked my manager if I could have my morning shift covered. He said no worries, the new girl is coming in to train and there will be plenty of servers for the slow lunch rush. Sounded good to me. The next day, the owner, who has the patience of a caffeinated squirrel, messages me asking why I did not show up. I told him exactly what my manager said. He said she is not a real server yet, and the way he saw it, I missed my shift because I did not have another waiter to cover for me. So he suspended me for a week. I am their best waiter, never late, always on time, and pulling in the best reviews. Some reviews on Google even have my name in them. But I just said, alright boss, see you in a week. So I did what any overworked employee would do. I slept in, watched movies, played disc golf, and hung out with my friends and girlfriend. It was the most relaxing week I have ever had. On Friday night, the owner calls me begging for help. They were so short-handed, they were practically using the dishwashers as waiters. He wanted me to come in for Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday morning, all while I was still on suspension. I told him I had not learned my lesson yet and could not possibly come in. When I came back the next week, everyone was very, very nice to me. They still are. Thumbs up. Well, OP, they suspended you for a week and you needed to take that time to reflect. I'm happy they had the time to reflect as well. Thanks for sharing, OP. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch it. Now, if you've gotten to this point in the video, I assume that you like these stories that I'm reading out. So here are a couple more that you might enjoy. And if you don't have any time to watch another story right now, save it for later. And also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.